Hello, my angels, and welcome back to another reading. I feel kind of excited, wonder what is going on with this collective. We will get into it. I have just gotten off from work. Maybe that's significant to you. I don't usually mention that, but let's see what kind of message wants to come through. Just gonna take the last sip of coffee before we get into it. So, where do we want to start when it comes to this collective? I would like see if I can find that deck. There's so many here. I have received all of the new decks I ordered like last week, and now it's just one big pile of loveliness. Oh, not that one. Where are you? There you were, I think. Is it that? Oh, no, it's not. Like, where have I put you? Did I? Sometimes, right? Maybe this is a sign for a collective. Maybe there are things you need to organize. Oh, it's right there. Oh. Maybe there are things you need to organize that you could have been like putting off. Some things you are avoiding doing. But let's see what comes out. So this collective in this moment of time, what is around them? Let's just do 3 cards, right? Just to see. Perfect. Oh, nice. Abundance. A first card out. Your security, right? Money is energy like anything else. True. You want it to flow and not to feel trapped, trusting that the universe will take care of you. Gives off the energy of abundance and experience. Something to do with like every dollar you receive. Anyways. Know that you are supported and the money will flow. Like that state of mind. I don't know, you could be like listening to some of the like mantras, like money comes to me easily, money comes to me fast, money loves my company when money comes at last. That came to mind. That could be like a thing you tell yourself in this moment of time, which is nice. At least I like the rhythm. Old wounds, so some kind of a pattern. And we talked a bit about maybe avoiding stuff. This could be it. Maybe you're not seeing it quite right, but we also have the letting go. So you could be in a process as well. Let's just again dive into it. But the old wounds talks about we attract what we need to heal. True. Often we find ourselves attaching the same type of people or situation that are not the best for us until we choose to find the common dominator, right? Of what we need to heal and release. The cycle will continue. Go within to heal the pain layer by layer to find joy again. I don't feel with the abundance card here, you wouldn't be like, oh, sad and miserable or anything, but something specific would be in your mind when it comes to this. You could be, I guess, again, we will dig into it. You could be aware of it, but I'm also feeling like it could be something that you're trying to like look for. Maybe you are starting to see like cycles that resurface. You have been on this journey for a good amount of time and you're like taking notice of something particularly. It could be a small thing, but then again, the harder the lesson to see, the bigger the lesson learned, right? So sometimes the things that is not like in our faces in that way, it could be small. Like what comes to mind could be, if we say, for instance, you are at work and you think you think within a situation that you know the answer to some kind of a question, right? Let's just say that. And you have a colleague then that will try to tell you something. You will maybe be a bit standoffish and not be ready energetically or within yourself. Like you will kind of brush that away, like not wanting to have that advice, like, no, I got it, it's fine. Not knowing that way you're moving, right? Does it make sense? In the way you like push this away, you could maybe go about it in a more harmonious way. I hope it makes sense. It's just a very specific thing that comes to mind. I feel like for the right collective, this would make sense. That is something that is not like big, but you like taking into consideration, well, how is it that I move? Is that being, so to speak, on my best behavior? Is that me showing up as the best possible version of me in this situation? Or could I actually, now reflecting upon it, do a bit better? Go into this situation knowing that, well, I actually did have a chance to just sit back and listen, and maybe I would have learned something. Maybe this colleague actually had a very good explanation that I needed to know, or something like that, you know? Again, I feel like for the right collective, this will make sense. Then we have letting go, resistance. This cycle has ended, and it is time to let go to experience new growth. It is vital to have closure and gratitude for the situation to make room for new things to enter. Go within to find what is holding you back. Change is necessary in this situation. So again, I feel like that it is a client, and it is, I said almost client, maybe it has to do with a client or yours, but it's a cycle that the universe is trying to get you to close out, to get you to see, so you can like enter a new phase, which would lead to so much amazingness and growth within, right? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. What about talking about those old runes, my angels? Can we get a bit more about it? It could be something to do with like family. It says family dynamic, reconciliant, reconcile. Oh my God. Like seriously, sometimes it's like, is my brain mush? Reconcile. For heaven's sakes, help me. Oh my goodness. Well, your family, right, is requiring time to heal issues that have created a wedge or unrest. We all need support as we move forward, and having an open, loving family unit is essential. And it would be, if you are a family man or woman, you have kids, you have like a dynamic, you could be married. It could also be talking about like your siblings. In this card particularly, you can see a woman and a man and a baby girl. That could be significant, like very traditional marriage. Is my bangs like doing what? I swear to God, they have their own sense of life sometimes. I don't know why I say this. It can look like a cow, you know, those. What does that have to do with anything? Like, seriously? Ugh, I'm so funny. Letting go. What are we letting go of? Ooh, old conditions. Well, clearly, so don't make this fit. If you feel stuck and stagnant, this is not your reading. It has been confirmed now 2 times, right, with the old wounds and old conditions. Releasing within a pattern, letting go, resistant, right? But old conditions talks about it is time to release old conditions and to step into a new way of being. The old story of past cycle of blame, shame, and guilt needs to move out. Take inventory of what no longer resonates and what isn't your burden to carry. Unload what has been weighing you down. It could be something to do with this family dynamic, right? There's something within this family dynamic, whatever it may look like or be to you. It doesn't have to be like that traditional, like the card. Again, I feel myself kind of drawn to the flower. You could be like a flower family. Isn't that what they call it? I think it is. But have like a different kind of family dynamic, but something there could have been stirred up or needing to release something so you can move forward. To have that stability within one another as a dynamic and also you as a individual. Awakening, that could very much be what the universe is trying to, like, not that you haven't awoken to this, but more like another ascending, right? We go through multiple throughout our lives. And it's like with every ascension, we get a bit more tapped in, we get a bit more knowing, we get a bit more like new things coming in, the old cycles and so on, just like seasons, right? With every season, there are change, there are things blossoming, things being put to rest, things removed with the wind, like the cold will relay something. You kind of get what I'm saying. That may be a bit, yeah, whatever. Awakening, expansion. You have been receiving messages that it's time for your soul to expand beyond the 3D vision. You are an old soul that is here to do many great things. You have come to realize this through doing the hard work and merging with your higher self. There's no going back, so enjoy this new way of being by having acceptance and inner peace moving forward. Beautiful. I just want one more, angels, for overall energy. Balance is needed. So again, don't make this fit. I feel like some things you are aware of, but I feel like there's something here like this pattern, old wounds that you need to go reflect upon. It seems like the universe is really trying to show you this needs to go so you can have another awakening, you can get even more in tune with your higher power. It could have been or have to be doing something with childhood wounds, right? That you are not seeing. It's not that you're not seeing them correctly. It's more like it's like the dots haven't been connected within you in this moment of time. And again, I don't think it's anything big, like major. It's like small altercation that is needed to have this. But the balance, like it talks about the relationship, and I put it like, without thinking about it, next to the family dynamic. Make sure all of your relationships are equal and balanced, with giving and receiving. If they are out of rhythm, then the other is sacrificing and can't sustain itself, and therefore it will create more obstacles to overcome. Know you are worthy and deserve respect in all ways, and definitely. I kind of want to brush upon this with this balance to see, like, do we take no? Gonna go with these down here. I was looking for them at first, but The other one seemed interesting as well. We can get them if we need to. Oh, my goodness. So let's just see. What is this old wounds patterns about my angels? What is it regarding? Entanglement number 25. 25 could be a significant number. And grief number 11. You could be seeing those numbers. They could be standing out to you like significant number, something you have either your birthday or a significant year within your life, like 2025 or like 2011. It could be something, a cycle that's needing to close back from like 2011. But let's just see. If we start, I have found the grief card first, so we're going to start there. Take some slow, nurturing breath as you connect with the sadness and grief your inner child might be experiencing in this moment. Who or what is your younger self grieving? Grief does not have to make sense, and it isn't competitive. Your inner child's grief over the loss of a pet or moving isn't less than your adult grief over the loss of a parent or a grandparent. And that could be as well. Like if you had lost something, old patterns would reserve, like, wouldn't it? And it would maybe cause, or it could definitely cause disruption within a family dynamic, like with siblings, if there are something there to do with what do you call that? Like if someone has passed and you therefore need to go divide the things, who gets what, that can turn into quite a heavy load, right? Hold space for your inner child's sadness and stay open to what is needed. They might need an embrace, word of comfort, or simply for you to sit with them as they allow sadness to pour forth. Holding space without judgment or advice. In this solve, we apply to a grieving heart. Reassure your inner child by saying, I will stay with you. Ask the child if they would like to come with you when they are ready. That's very beautiful, in my opinion. But it talks a lot about having that kindness and compassion for yourself. And in generally, I feel like on this channel, we talk a lot about that. Have that understanding, have that, again, Queen of Cups approach within yourself. Give yourself that nurturing love. Again, I feel like maybe that's just me, but I often find myself thinking in situations, if it were a person that were close to me, how would I talk to them about this? How would I relay messages? What would I feel the need to say to them in this moment of time? Because we can give so good advice to every other person, and when it comes to ourselves dealing with stuff, it's like the hardest thing ever, right? It can be very hard to have that compassion because we have ego, we have fear, we have a lot of things that we could be burdening ourselves with. Just saying, oh, get over it. No, it's not that bad. It's just me. I'm too emotional. I'm too this. I'm too that, right? So to get that outlook and have that compassion and understanding with ourselves, it is very much okay to grieve. It is okay to be sad. And if other people find that what we're sad about to be silly or minor, who cares? They don't have to walk in your shoes, right? Your journey is your journey, and what you need to heal, you need to heal. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else but you, right? Number 25. Entanglement. What was your worst fear as a child, and what is your worst fear as an adult? Write them down and describe how you would feel in if that worst fear came true. If you can pinpoint a worst fear, recall a story you have heard or a moment from a movie that struck you. In the journey below, you are going to let go of this fear by offering it back to your lineage. Release it to the ancestors who share this fear with you. Say out loud, "Dear ancestors, my inner child and I are here to offer back to you what is yours." And that would be powerful. Again, I'm only here for advice. Something I find to be doing that can really help is like to release some kind of heaviness. And this would be kind of heavy. This would be within, again, childhood trauma, but also like your purple curtain, right? So to release that, to really come into yourself and sit with that emotion, whatever it may be, big or small, to have like a ceremony around it. Again, it's just what I'm doing. If that can help you, that I am talking about this and kind of going over what I would be doing if it were me in your shoes, take it. You can take bits from it, whatever resonates with your soul, right? I don't know if this collective have tried. Again, there's a reason why I mention it, so maybe you haven't, but like a cacao ceremony. Often I personally would do it around a full moon. So I have like an outlook, so to speak, over my birth charts and what moon cycles are coming and going within this year, and which one of them are in particularly significant for me and my free signs, right? Sun, moon, and rising. If you do not know your sun, moon, and rising sign, go look into it. If you do know them, then look into what's surrounded with the moon phases, because it's very significant. There's a reason why this is coming up for you in this moment of time, right? There's a reason for it. So what I do when I have like a cacao ceremony, I will again get a good quality product. Don't buy something easy or cheap or anything. It's like get something of a good value. Again, what we put into our bodies should be with that respect for our vessel, that we want the best things to flow within us. And what I do, you do not have to do what I do. I keep saying it's like an apology. I don't need to do that. But then again, I'm just pinpointing it. How I do it is how I do it. You can take it or leave it as you wish when it comes to this, not the general message, just this. Anyways, when I start this, it starts very early, right? So if we talk about it being a full moon, I will start the ceremony within myself. I would listen to hertz. I will put it on a shuffle list. I have like a specific can you say album or playlist, whatever you would call it, I go to. Like I have like a hertz playlist, and I will put it on shuffle mode, and whatever comes up, for me, it indicates that's what I need to hear throughout this, right? So I'll just let it go through that shuffle list. Okay. So I will start that before it gets dark outside. And then I will start in my kitchen. I will start saging down my home, right? With often I found myself being drawn to either like a smudge stick or a Palo Santo. It depends a bit on the energy I'm feeling. Palo Santo is very much for like clearing things out, but with love, with kindness, where like the smudge stick can be more of like a more heavy lingering energy. So you will have to go figure out with yourself what you are drawn to, right? But I will start cleansing out my home with that, putting in the good attention, putting in this loving energy, the energy again I want to sit in, right? So very much intentional in the forefront of my mind, what I am doing, what kind of energy I'm putting into my surroundings. and I will find the things I need. I do not use tap water. When I go to make my cacao, I use like water you would buy. So it's from like a specific kind of source. Right now, the word for it in English is gone, but I think you know what I mean. I will use that water and I will make I like my cacao to be a bit powerful, like I like it with a kick. So I will put in some different kinds of seasoning as well into the mix. So I will put in, and again, I have brought some good quality cinnamon. It can be either cinnamon powder of a good quality, or it can be like the whole sticks. Again, what you prefer. I would go find these, what is that word for them? Maybe I have to look that up. I have to go find them. Just give me a second. I'm gonna go find them. I'm gonna pause this. Okay, I'm back. Maybe it's gloves, so I'd have just put it in like these, you know. Can you see them? You know that? I hope you can see them. Like these. They smell amazing. Okay, I will put them in as well. And I will take a bit of cayenne pepper. I will put that in. And I know some people, because it can be quite strong, again, it depends on what you like. But like I just said, I like mine to have a little bit of a kick. I feel like that's very nice and very settling, easy on my mind. But you can pour in some milk. Again, I will just be very intentional about what kind of quality the milk is. Again, I would go for a good quality milk. And it doesn't have to be cow milk, in my opinion. It can be whatever you prefer, right? Again, just have that. It has to be something good for your vessel. And I will let that simmer until it gets dark, right? So that could be like at least over an hour. I feel like I have let it and it's not on high heat or anything. It's just nice and quiet. The portion shouldn't be like pushed or rushed or anything. This is a nice process. Again, with the intention, you have to create like this loving energy around it, in my opinion. At least that's what I do. And I will, while I do this, I will listen to the Hertz playlist. I will make sure it's all nice and cleansed, everything I am using to put in. Again, for me, it's all about the intention. What is in the forefront of my mind is that energy. And if I know something specific I want to release, I will also start having that in the forefront of my mind when I make this. And especially when it's brewing, like the cacao. And when it is all done, I have a specific mug. I have for this, I only use that mug when I have my cacao ceremony. Again, to have that intention for me that this is sacred. This is a beautiful process that I myself am treating myself, my vessel, my body with, to have the best possible energy around it. And that mug, again, only gets used to that. It's a very specific mug. It's a clay mug. It has like a specific glaze above it. Again, I have been very intentional when I went out and got this. So everything around the ceremony is very sacred. It's very well thought out. It's very much with an idea and a plan in the forefront of my mind. And then I will go and sit, for instance, in my living room. I will light some sage, some candles. I will have it dark, otherwise no real lights on, like electricity or anything. And it has to be calm around me, right? It's only the playlist. If I feel like it, sometimes I will put it off. Otherwise, that Hertz music plays. And I will sit in that dimmer, kind of a dark light with a candle and like the sage going on. And I will start to meditate. And I will sit there. And at least that's what I am experiencing with every sip. everything in my mind goes quiet and I can hear clearly the message I need to receive. So I will sit there and relay that. I will sit there and take in what comes to mind. I will sit there with the intention of what I am in this moment of time. With every sip, I release it. And I have this kind of a mantra. I say like too much, it's just in my head, but with every sip, I release what is burdening me. With every sip, I release what does not longer serve me. With every sip, and go on, right? And you can say whatever comes to your mind. I am just doing that. Very long deviation, but for a reason. Getting back to the reading. That was a long deviation, but for a reason. And go try it. It doesn't have to be a full moon to do it. So if you feel inspired to go out and do this today, go do it. Go do it. Is there anything more here? Draw your family tree or visualize your ancestors in your mind's eye standing in front of you. Start with your parents, inviting them to stand in front of you. Then invite your grandparents to stand behind your parents and your great-grandparents to stand behind your grandparents. Speak your worst fear out loud and feel its effect on your body. And that would be powerful. If we say that you go do something like that, or again, how you would want to do it, right? It's not a one way or a one size fits all. You have like approach you have to be. But if you sit there in that meditative state of mind, and you sit there with your drink, having that wash over you, that beautiful feeling that you will get from a cacao ceremony, and sit, that would be powerful. That would be so powerful. You'll be able to feel that throughout your vessel. No doubt about it. It would be magical. Simply magical. Look at your lineage and say, I am here today to ask you if some of you share the same fear. With your permission, I am here to offer back what belongs to you. Watch some of them raise their hand or take a step towards you. Look at each one of them, and when you are ready, gather up the sensation, thoughts and feelings associated with this fear, and offer this back to the ancestors who have stepped towards you. Sense this fear flowing from you to them, or imagine offering it at their feet or into their outstretched hands. Take as much time as you need for the fear to leave your body. Once it feels complete, bow to each ancestor and thank them for taking back what belongs to them. Tell each one, you have a place in my heart. I will honor you by living my life fully. Wow, that's beautiful. To the ancestor, this process create an altar with the picture or name of the ancestors you connected with and light a candle to ask them for receiving back what belongs to them. You anchor this process. From now on, trust what you receive, that you receive their support and blessings are connected to them through love, not fear. That would be powerful. Like, I can feel it just talking about it, picturing in my mind how powerful that would be for oneself. Thank you, Spirit. That was a good advice for this collective. And it would very much be tying into this. So, again, what more collective do you need to know? Just if we talk about you, no, I don't want to get that deck. We want to maybe these down here, because we talked a bit about like the stars, right? Am I able to get that deck up? Just do it like this. It's just a book that is hard. Like, again, I have all of my decks here on the side and I have them organized. However, when you have a bunch stacked on one another, it's not easy to to get them up. It's kind of like, what is that? Like that game, where you lay blocks on each other. You need to see how many you can stack it in a specific time frame. Don't know why that came to mind. That could be a game you like to play. But this card, or these cards, there is a specific card where it talks about like looking into to star signs and whatever. It would be interesting to see if that came out for this collector. Just gonna see here. Spell, alchemy, and that would be alchemy, like the thing we just brushed upon. Footprint, direction. Do we do one more? Crystal ball, clarity. Oh, beautiful. Let's just see here, my angels. What is this spell card talking about? Oh, here it is. But alchemy, and I think you would know that. Like you could be an alchemist, or you could get into that power, right? Something you hold dear, a relationship, a job, an interest, an object, or even yourself will transform mysteriously into something even more precious to you. The spell card indicates that you are starting to discover the possibilities the art of transformation offer you. Possibilities you hadn't even realized were out there. As you learn more, you will find the need to change, and a kind of evolution takes place, where you find your desire only what is best for you. You have the Midas touch. Right now, your standards and expectations become so pure that whatever you touch turns to metaphorically gold. You will be supported in gaining a new sense of self-worth, which will draw all that you deserve and desire directly to you. And then there is a bit of some kind of a rhyme, like I'm just going to read it. It could be something that you need to say to yourself. Hobbly, bubbly, stirring well, transformed all by my spell, changing, growing hour by hour, behold the alchemist's power. I think that is cute. Maybe it's just me. I think I like those little, it's not a riddle or anything. Footprints. Yeah, footprints, direction. And they brushed upon, like with this awakening, they are trying to push you, to get you to alchemize this. I think there's something very significant waiting for you when you're stepping into that. Anyways, you have been wondering which way in your life you should go, and concerns regarding family, career, or life purpose has arisen. The answer is this: go towards which brings you closer to the divine. Seek that which truly fits your soul, for this will show you the road to tread. Be careful, however, to understand what this truly means. The ego has a powerful way of tricking you into dramping up get-quick-rich schemes. The truth is always consistent and lovingly. Step into your soul's knowing and focus on your heart's passion, talents, and interests. These clues will point you in the right direction. And then there is again like a little, I kind of feel like calling them a riddle, but it ain't a riddle. Like it's more like a little rhyme, right? Should I go here? Perhaps do that. Be a parent, an artist, or a big fat cat. Ego, no, it's not your say. Divine guidance will show the way. True. Crystal ball. Clarity. Your wish to grow and move ahead has been heard, and the universe awaits your future instructions. You may think you know what you want at this time, but are unsure of how to ask for it, or exactly what is it you should ask for. Remember, if you think it's muddy, the universe cannot give you a clear response. This card comes to remind you that you must be absolutely crystal clear about what it is that you actually desire in order to bring it about. This is the foundation of the art of manifestation. Take time out to focus on the subject of your inquiry. At this time, clarity seeks you out and asks, what is it that you really want to know? In order for me to clearly see, with truth and love and clarity, the answer that reveals the all, I focus on the crystal ball. Throughout this message, there has been important message. Definitely a sign. I just got an important message. I feel like this is a sign for the collective. Throughout this reading, right, there has been a lot of talk about the sense of getting clear, the sense in getting into that mind frame of what is it that you want, center yourself, release what does not serve, right? I do not know if this collective, again, there's a reason why we say everything in a reading, right? But what comes to mind is that you need to go and sit and meditate. You need to go and censor yourself. You need to close out the world around you and just sit with yourself and have it as a thing you do for the next at least 30 days, every day. And it doesn't have to be long. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Make it a habit. You need this in this moment of time. You need to come in to yourself. You can only find the answers you are seeking in here. No matter how much you sit energetically and crave a reading, want clarity, it's always from outside of yourself, right? And what this journey teaches us is to come internal. No one other than you will know the answers to your questions, right? So if you want to gain clarity, if you want to gain perspective, if you want to have your path shown, right? You need to then come into that center within yourself where you are able to see, to feel, to hear that, right? Does it make sense? Claim your power. Magical. I don't know why I went for this deck. But again, a reason for, there's just a lot here. No, 2, that's fine. Master Manifester. And they have talked about this again throughout this reading. There's something brewing here. But again, focus on what is it that you really desire. Because sometimes people will sit and just think, and this is going to be very basic. But again, I feel like a lot of people then will be able to say, that's right. But a lot of people will sit there and ask to be just a millionaire, right? I want to be a millionaire. I don't want to worry about money. I don't want to worry about everything. I want to be set up for the rest of my life. Not anything bad about it. If you want it, you want it. However, when you make that wish, right, the universe will go okay, you can have that. You can have that. But do you know what it takes to get there? You will have to go through that. You will have to walk that path to become that person that can be in that energy. So this will not be easy. And if you could see it maybe the universe would point it out and say 15 years before you get there. But you want it, right? That's what you asked for. That was what you craved. You prayed on your knees. You cried. You kept on saying that you wanted this. We are then going to grant you this. Okay, you can have it. But the path, every stepping stone, and it needs to be ticked off. And it's all you. All you, all the way. You needing to learn the lessons. You need to walk that path. You need to lose everything to come into the understanding what is really important. You need to gain the clarity. You need to gain the wisdom. You have to maybe work in a lot of fields throughout your life. to have the understanding of what a person in your profession needs of wisdom to become a millionaire within a certain field, right? So again, just think about it. Think really hard and really carefully what it is that you wish for. The journey isn't easy, and they will push you over the edge in a good way to help you grow. It sounded like a threat. It is not. I'm just telling you how it is. Evolve into your completely. 100%. You could really like octopuses or something. Like you could have watched that movie. What is it called? Like it was on the, I'm not sure it is there more, but is it that man that becomes friends with an octopus, like in that sort of a documentary or what it is? You could have watched that. 10 and 3 could be significant numbers to you. Inner conflict resolution. Come into that. One more, Spirit. Self. Oh, it's cute. And a little piggy. Oh, he's cute. Worth, love, value, respect. I am. He is cute. Look at him. Oh, if I could get that, it's like a painted picture to hang up in my home. That's so cute. You could really love animals. Oh, and the horse. Well, tame and attain. Tame and attain. Isn't that what it says? You see that? And we are coming into the season of the horse. I do not know why I have allocated kind of that card to that. I forgot to mention the other numbers. 6, 11, again with the 11, and 28. Again, could be significant numbers for this collective. Wait. Okay, 2 more here. Keep trying. 100%. Don't give up. Prayer answered. Oh, that's beautiful. But it's like this. You need to, maybe they're trying to grant your key. No expiration, like there isn't. There isn't an expiration date on this. But like we talked about in the beginning, have that Queen of Cups approach within yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Have that compassion. Again, if you go look, like if it were a person connected to you that were going through this, how would you talk to them? How would you ease their mind? And do the exact same thing to yourself, right? We need to have that compassion. I kind of want to give you one of these as well. It's like ancestors and guides, message cards. Just want to give this collective. Do we do it with an intention though? Do we say like, let's just say this is coming into a release within you, because that's what it feels like. But again, something needs to go click within your mind. But I feel very certain if you go and sit with yourself, those answers that you are seeking will come to you. You will gain that clarity. You just need to be still for a couple of minutes a day. Again, we need to alter small things within us to gain more clarity, to gain more wisdom, right? So if we say you start doing that, you will sit there and tap into yourself like, Spirit, what is, I wouldn't say necessarily outcome, but what will that lead to within this collective? What would that lead to? Winter, take care of your needs. An eagle. So at the winter time could be significant. like a very significant season. And that isn't long. I know that we have just had winter in some way, shape, or form. We're still in it, right? Let's be real. So let's just see. Do everything you need to be at your best, then move beyond your fears and limitations. For many of the animal realm, winter is a time of hibernation and retreat. You may wish to curl up in a ball too, but although you may not feel as bright as you like to, oh, yeah, it's still the same. Like to be, a primal force within is encouraging you to continue. The winter card features a wolf, one of a few animals that stay active all year round. Wolves know what is like to work alone and thrive within a pack. So, if you feel the need to go it alone at this time, know that wolf medicine will help you move beyond your intuit I can't say that word, but work with like kind of your intuition and relax in your own space, right? So instead of being unsure of your intuition, kind of get into it, right? That's the word here that I cannot pronounce. Then there is an extended message, and I know the time, but we're just gonna talk about it. We are not in a rush, and that's what this collective needs to understand a bit. You are not in a rush. This isn't a race. You have an opportunity to move beyond your fears, although you may feel in the dark. Get comfortable with being in the unknown and trust that the light within you will sustain you through that may seem a challenging process. Ask yourself what you need to do to feel supported and alive. You may uncover something from your past that have burdened deeply. And we have talked a bit about that now, haven't we? With the childhood trauma. Again, don't make this fit. For this collective, there's something very significant here when it comes to that. And again, it's only advice, but if I were you, I would try to do what the card said. I will try to sit down with that intention of getting into the contact within, like my ancestors, just like the card says, and sit there and talking about this fear. And if you can't pinpoint it as specific, like it said, like a specific outlook on a fear or whatever, maybe just a feeling, whatever comes to you, right? But it will help you so much to just sit with yourself. It gives so much clarity. And meditation doesn't have to be hour-long things. Do 5-10 minutes each and every day. In the morning when you wake up, get up 5 to 10 minutes before you normally would and sit with yourself just in the darkness. Just come into that. The more we do it, the easier it gets. It becomes then an embedded habit within us, right? Like do the small altercation, it will lead to greater things. Again, what I started off kind of saying in the reading, the harder the lesson to see, the bigger the lesson learned, right? When the Winter card arrives in the future position of a spread, or at least that talks about a whole reading with these cards. We don't need to talk about that. Is there something more here, my angels, that this collective needs to know about when they get into that mind frame? Something to do with the Earth Guardian. Stay rooted and grounded. Exactly. Ground yourself. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. This is good energy, my angels. An Earth card. 101. Okay. Take time to connect deeply with the energy of the earth so that you can feel supported and make decisions based on strength and integrity. The earth god represents the angel of earth who brings the medicine of feeling grounded and strong. They are the protector of the land and the planet and can help you connect with your mission here and how you can support the evolution of the planet. And there was a bit about that, right? Like, what is my purpose with that star seed deck with all of the little rhymes in it? It talked about that as well. So you could be questioning, like, what is my path? What is it that I am supposed to do? The earth god on the card is a beautiful part angel, part element who is non-binary, showing that they are a divine being without a human gender. Their staff adored with a dream catcher, showing what they have that they have the captivity to help you ground your dreams in reality. And we said a bit about that, like that flower family. I believe that is what it's called. Like, at least here in Denmark, you can say that, talking about like a non-traditional way of being in a family dynamic or as a person. So you could be that. You could be non-binary, not really see yourself as either male or female. That could be a sign for you, or it could be someone around you that is that. Again, I feel like it's significant. Medicine mother, where is she at? Oh, there she is. 65. Again, significant numbers for this collective. There she is. Take action. Do what you know you need to do. Mother always knows best. Oh, if you have watched that Itkin series, it's like a saying now, isn't it? Whew. Oh, it just came to mind. They say, and it's true. We all know a maternal figure who's extremely intuitive and insightful. And this medicine mother, inspired by Western Africa tribal woman, has gone through many ups and downs. She has lived and she has lost. She knows what it is like to suffer and to want to give up. So the medicine of this card is that it's okay to make mistakes and get it wrong sometimes, and it's okay for things to come and to end. It is not the end of the world. It's just the end of one chapter and the beginning of something new. And in the beginning of this reading, with the expansion, we had that. It said that on the card as well. The medicine mother reminds you that even though you will have low lows, you aren't here to suffer. You are here to be supported and to support others. Let her give you that loving encouragement to take the next step forward. Wow. That is beautiful. And just look at her. She is amazing. Right? And it's so true. It's so true. This journey isn't about being miserable or being in suffering. It's like, it's all about how you look at it. Like with every lesson and every ascension we make throughout this life, we only get closer and closer to our path, a higher self, to come home, right? Break out and free from this condemnment. Nothing is here to keep you stuck or make you feel lost, undervalued. It's here to help us grow and evolve as humans within this vessel that we have chosen in this lifetime, and the mission that we have. Finding that, being in that. That is beautiful. Oh, I really like that. I got kind of into like a Zen mode. That was such a beautiful message. Oh, my angels, have faith, tap in, get in tune with yourself. And just to like close this off, let's just see what kind of crystals that the universe would say that you should work with. You can have them around you. You can sit with them when you do the meditation. So let's just see. What kind of crystals does this collective need? What is that? Sulcalite? Sulcalite? Feel in order to know. Feel in order to know. Just look at that. Wow. Can we have one more, Spirit? 2 or 3. Feel yourself. Morganite. Like beautiful colors, very vibrant. And again, very significant for like your chakras, right? What you need to ground it in yourself. It ties in so beautifully. Let's just see this. It must be right here. Isn't it? I am so bad sometimes at finding these. Oh, there it is. Like the morganite. I feel like that's how you say it. Breathe into your heart. Morganize advice. From this space you can expand into unexplored part of your being, connecting with the world both within and around you in a new way. With your open heart you can dive deep into your relationship, both with the human world and the non-human world. Find faith that didn't exist until morganite helped you breathe into life. Straight into your into your fullness, morganite whispers. From this place, the things that are not you get slowly crowded out by the truth of your soul. This is not a quick process. Morganite knows this. It's the work of years, of lifetimes, but it's work, work worth doing for the surety and peace of being wholly yourself. And as I said that, again, what you ask the universe from, just know it's not an easy travel. And why would it be? Like getting something very profound, right? Here it is. Sulcalite. If the universe had a superhero, and that superhero had a cosmic decoder ring, it would be made from a polished shepherd or a organdy banded Sulcalite, or maybe from just the tiniest silver of the point of the vibrant mineral. Sulcalite taps directly into your nervous system, boosting your innate ability to feel life force at work in the world around you, while simultaneously helping you recalibrate the world within you. Quiet that noisy brain. And I said that you need to go do that, collective. Quiet that noisy brain. Circleize advice. Your body is an instrument of knowing. When you pay attention to it, you will come back into balance, mind, body, emotion, and spirit. What makes you breathe smooth? What makes What makes you breathe smooth out? What makes your arm get goosebumps? Feel in order to know. That has been a theme throughout this reading, hasn't it? That is beautiful, collective. See if you can find those crystals. And I get it, it's like some people like the crystals very polished. Like, I'm just gonna take, like for instance, this one, this selenite. You can see like the surface is very smooth. So it is it with these two. They have been formed and shaped. Some people like that. I have a lot of raw crystals within my home. Like you can see the stone on them, as well as this one behind me. It has just been cut over, and then the back. It's so beautiful. Like it looks like a planet. It's such a magical thing, and I can just sit here and touch them and look at them and, feel them. So when you go and look for your crystals, find one that you kind of feel like is calling you. When you look at it, you should be like, I need that. I need that. And when you look, sometimes the same crystals can be in like a pile or something like represented, and you can just collect the ones you feel like look at them. And if someone in particular like draws you because the colors is a little bit different, there is maybe a line that you like, or it has a bit, maybe it has like a fold. It's never a fold, but you know what I mean. And it kind of like you feel drawn to it, then take it. And what I do when I go look for crystals, again, be very specific with this. It's all for a reason. I take them up in my hands and I kind of feel them. And if it doesn't feel right, I then put it back. I look a bit more. See if I find one I like. Take it up, look at it, feel it, hold it in my hand. So you kind of like let the crystal pick you, right? That's the reason why we say this. And that was the reading for today, my angels. Thank you so much for tapping in and tuning in and listening. And I will be seeing you another day and another time in another reading. Bye, my angels. Bye.